On Thundercloud, wash away the garbage, leaving rainbows after rains. Let's have some fun and linguistic games. I'm practicing my booms. Boom! Welcome to Chillin Tuesday. On the 16th of January, 2024. It's a rather auspicious day for me today. And Chillin Tuesday today, well, I'm not going to do any of those poets out of over there in that library. The show's all about me, Thundercloud Repairian, also known as, by my mum, dad and the rest of my family, James Arthur Warren. Yeah, it's the 7th anniversary of me beginning to write poetry. That's right. Exactly 7 years ago, on this day, the 16th of January, I wrote one of my first poems in this book here. It's with Lionel Richie. On the front it says, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" That's what it says anyway. But I sang it. And this book came to me, it was given to me on Minjerribah, Stradbroke Island, back in, well, very, very early 2017. By someone, when I was travelling in my bus, by someone who thought it'd be a good idea that I collected people's names and addresses and whatever as I went around, because not everyone was on Facebook. And on the 16th of January, I wrote this in memory of my grandfather. He was a special man, Arthur William Musgrove. And he was born, on the 16th of January. And this one's titled The Gentleman. Arthur. Yes, he was a bear, and he could hug with great care, loving in a manly way, kind and happy, laugh and play, always with a gentle care. Arthur was a great big bear. He taught me how to be a man, to walk with strength, but softly. In the garden waits the boy, beep, the horn, shout of joy. Bump, grandpa, coming home. Plums and lemon, grass, fresh mown. Driving out on the freeway. No more bridges is the game we play. Arthur is forevermore. A gentleman. Lives on for sure. A bit choked up at that. I suppose because I did send it to my mum today and she got a bit teary about it too. So hey mum, it wasn't the first poem I wrote, that's for sure. Back when I was in grade 6 in 1981, we moved all the way from Echuca in Victoria to Maroochydore. I was at Maroochydore Primary School with Miss Fay was my teacher. We had to write a poem for Queensland Day, which would have been around, June or something, July 6th, or June or July 6th, something like that. And it went something like this: Queensland, Queensland, the land of sun and heat, where we take our shoes and socks off and go to school bare feet. Queensland, Queensland, lying in the sun, don't forget your hat. Skin cancer's no fun. So yeah, that was it. And apparently I won a prize for like the grade 6 of the poem just for that one. Anyway, That wasn't until 2017 where I wrote that last one about my grandfather. Look, eventually they got published into a book, Love in Nimbin, which is available online there in Amazon, along with Lust in Nimbin, and Djanbung's Peaceful Protest in Nimbin, and Poetry to End Prohibition. They're all available on Amazon. But what isn't available on Amazon is this. The very first of my books that I published, and it's actually out of print. There are only ever 75 of these ever printed. So if you got one, it's a bit of a collector's edition, and if it's signed, it's really a collector's edition. And this was part of this children's story was part of a poem that I did in the 2017 Nimbin Performance Poetry World Cup, which got me through to the final. It's called The Flea and the Dinosaur. Many millions of years ago, way before you and me, Tyrannosaurus Rex was born. He was bigger than a tree. About the same time, Flea was born, little rainbow fairy flea, but small and super powerful, filled with joy and glee. Whoa. Tyrannosaurus, grey and brown, strong and forcefully, went around tearing things down like a big bully. Today I saw a dinosaur laughing at a flea. It looked down and said to it, "You're not as strong as me." The flea said to the dinosaur, "Do you want to pick a fight? 1,000 times my height I jump. You can't jump with your might." The flea said to the dinosaur, "I have a super skin and I can bite you anywhere. My teeth will sink right in." Flea said to Tyrannosaur, "I can be a little snitch and I will bite you on the bum and I will make you itch." Flea said to the dinosaur, "You can move about but I'm 100 times as fast as you." That's without a doubt. The flea jumped on the dinosaur and bit him on the knee. "I'm so much more than you think, don't you mess with me." The flea jumped on the dinosaur, bit him in the eye. The dinosaur shed a tear and then began to cry. Today, I heard a dinosaur say, "Sorry," to a flea. "Without a doubt, you are so much more powerful than me." The flea said to the dinosaur, "Don't laugh at others too, because little guys are so much more powerful than forceful ones like you." The flea said to the dinosaur, "You can't run away, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Have a lovely day." The flea said to the dinosaur, today I saw a dinosaur get beaten by a flea. Big mean bullies disappear. The loving joyful fleas dance free. I finished the writing of this story at 1:33. You know, dinosaurs became extinct. For loving joyful rainbow fairy fleas, they still live free. I can hear a fly. Right, The Flea and the Dinosaur. Might even republish that if I feel like it one day, if I get time. Boom! Wow, look at that. I've made a real mess now. I've dropped all my poems on the floor. Am I supposed to stop and pick them up? Or not really? No, not at all. Look, some of the really exciting things that are happening here in 2024 at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame are, well, tomorrow night, Ali Rowe's appearing here. Alison and Rowan, they're like top buskers, you know, and they're also artists, folk artists. They're from Gippsland and they've been up at Woodford and they're travelling down through Tamworth for the Tamworth Country Music Festival and back to Gippsland. But they're doing a bit of a tour on the way and they're going to be here in Guyra and tickets are only $10 and it's doors are open 6 o'clock. So yeah, get here tomorrow night instead of Wednesday works. But as well as that, we've got the Australian Poetry Film Competition, film festival. The festival's in November, but the competition leading up to that has got 3 categories this year. It's already open. So it's for Best Australian Bush Poetry Film, Best Australian Poetry Film, and Best Student Bush Poetry Film. So check it out at filmfreeway.com/Australian Film Contest. And I'll leave the link in the description below. As well as that, I'm so excited to announce like a world first in Poetry Halls of Fame and Guyra, and probably lots of places because I know only 1% of people actually have any of this stuff. But we are offering not only cash that you can pay with here at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame or donate with, but not only your cards where you go beep and whatever, but we now accept cryptocurrency. Yes, it's true. Bitcoin and Satoshi and Solo and XRP. So if you've got a Lightning wallet or a Sologenic wallet with some cryptocurrency, we can accept it straight up, bit for bit, dollar for dollar, in whatever, it works out the currency of the day and it pays, and you just send it straight to our wallet from your wallet. So look, check out the wallet of Satoshi. It's an Australian cryptocurrency wallet, and they're looking at the ISO 20022 compliance. So as well, the other one that we are taking is a Sologenic wallet. So if you are into crypto trading, and yes, it is a bull market this year, everything's going up with the ETFs being approved for Bitcoin, the coming up ETF for Ethereum, and all of the other stuff in the crypto news. So look, I'm excited. As well as taking cryptocurrency, we also now offer the choice to pay using PayPal here. So if you come here to the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame, you've forgot your money, you've forgot everything, but you got your phone with you, and you got your crypto with you, and you whatever, and your passwords or whatever, and you don't even need that. You can just send it to it because it is 100% secure payment method. That's PayPal. Also the same with your Sologenic wallet and your wallet of Satoshi. So we are now accepting Bitcoins and Satoshi, Solos and XRP. We're looking at expanding our range of cryptocurrencies that we accept as payment here at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame, including Shiba Inu as well. So, and if we start using Shiba Inu, we will be burning it as well. We'll be burning 10% of all Shiba Inu that we get, so to make it sure it's a deflationary asset. Okay. And just in case you didn't know, what is a Satoshi or a SAT? 1 Bitcoin equals 100 million Satoshis. So if you imagine 1 Bitcoin, a Satoshi is a 0.000000001 Bitcoin. Or, okay? Got that? Or 100 million Satoshi equals 1 Bitcoin. So a Satoshi is 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. All right. And we translate them using the app, the Lightning Wallet and the Point of Sale app, and it's all secure. All right, moving right along with a bit more poetry here at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame, and it is Chillin Tuesday. Yeah. I'm going to grab one out of Love in Nimbin here, one of my earlier ones, and the first one in Love in Nimbin is, of course, The Gentleman, which was the first poem written that year. Oh, look, the second one I got into was masculine and feminine. It was masculine and feminine. I was really experiencing, I was in, where was I when I wrote this? In Natural Arch, just at a place called The Village. My bus had broken down and I actually had a flat tyre and needed to get it changed. Masculine and feminine oneness, honouring the Mother Earth who gave you birth. The sisters honoured too, softness of the feminine, kindness nurtures you. Masculine and feminine will dance and spin, each protected feminine is held within a masculine, and each protected masculine is held within a feminine. Electricity and magnetism, masculine and feminism, dancing, friction, yin and yang, boy and girl from within, co-creation, rainbow spin, honouring the feminine, honouring the masculine, love within magnetism, love within electricity, electromagnetism. And then there was like thinking about coolness. There's coolness in a crystal creek. Rocky rainforest. Oh, sorry, let me start again. There is coolness in a crystal clear rocky rainforest creek. Or a shopping centre mall. Choose your own adventure, ultimately it's your call. There's coolness in the ocean and in a mountain breeze. Thunderclouds are super cool. Yeah. Making the hotness leave. There's coolness in Antarctica. No warmth. It's difficult to survive. Hotness is also important. It makes the cool mist rise. It forms the thunderclouds that then cool down the skies. Coolness is important, so is hotness too. Everything in balance, everything is good. Hotness brings the rain. The coolness is in two. Hotness, coolness, growing trees, providing us with food. Thank the day, I thank the night. Hotness and coolness, red and blue, black and white, everything in balance, everything is just right and left. Yeah, so yeah. I guess the next one after that I wrote was the day before my birthday. It was called Clay. 27th of January 2017. This one was dedicated to actually my son named Clay. Where is he? That's him there on the end. There's Luca, Sasha, myself, my dad. The family. Clay. Clay is strong and pliable. It's water with earth. Minerals sprouting seeds beginning new rebirth. Hard as rock made to pottery, strong and flexible. Clay grows forest trees. Mouldable and changeable, clay takes many forms, silt in a river, under the lawns, deep underground, the richness of the land. Clay holds precious jewels, the rocks and the sand. Diamond in his heart, ruby in his eye, keeper of the nourishment, food for you and I. Skin of the planet, interface of sky. Food for the ocean, clay will never die. A rainbow of colours, red, yellow, white. Blue ochre, pink, black as the night. Protecting Mother Earth, growing all our food, nourish all the planet. Clay is very good. Ionic reactions, electricity, energy for us. Clay gives all for free, builder of the temples, trees in our bodies, dust in the sky, life for you and me. When our soul goes away, bodies all return to clay. Boom! Next one was thunder and lightning. Thunder, lightning, pouring rain, wash political crap away. Typhoon, blizzard, hail, storm, old systems destroyed today. Mental prison washed away, sovereignty destroy the state, corporations go away. Peace and love forevermore, rainbow colours left for shore. Lightning, thunder, pouring rain destroy the system, freedom and liberty begins today. It's actually funny, as I'm reading through that, and I'm like, freedom and liberty begins today. You know, one of the things about cryptocurrency, it means that anyone can send any money, any value, anywhere in the world. Just like that. Just really. Like I could take these, right, see here, and turn them into a non-fungible design, right? Yeah. And I can send it safely and securely, that design, to anyone, anywhere, and they can then send that money directly to me. And it doesn't need to go via a bank. It means that suddenly all of our assets in all of the world are liquid. And it means that it gives democratization of your own value to the planet. So say in the past, well, what you've had is a fiat currency, like a piece of paper that you go, and that's issued by the whoever, right? And it gets translated into numbers in the bank, right? And then you go to the bank, and nowadays it's just a card with this like electronic numbers in a bank account somewhere in a computer, right? And when you go big, and it'll ask, and even if you're in a different country, they'll ask you, what do you want to pay? Like Australian dollars or euros or US's. And if you're paying in another currency, there'll be this big fee, right? And then that will take 3 to 5 days to actually do the whole transaction using the SWIFT system. And if you wanted to send some value of money from Australia to another country, well then you would need to just sort of, well, if you had Myanmar dollars and whatever else in another country like Ghana, and they don't want, Ghanas don't want Myanmar money, and Myanmar people don't want Ghana money, right? So instead, they could just Myanmar people could instantly turn it into a crypto coin, like an XRP. Okay, boom. And then at the other end, boom, the Ghana people have got the XRP, and boom, they turn it into a Ghana currency, right? Instantly. And it means that suddenly this, where all these currencies were sort of floating up and down, but people can do these transactions, and they're not using a bank, right? This is the thing. You're not using the SWIFT system. You'd be using, say, an XRP or a H-bar or selling Shiba Inu, whatever, right? So you translate your money into a Shiba, then you send me a Shiba Inu, and then I burn 10% of the Shiba Inu, and then I use the Shiba Inu to buy something else somewhere else, right? You get it? It's like normal money, but it's just got a different name. That's it. Yeah, simple. So it's just all idea of value, right? The more people get into this, the more valuable it becomes, right? So if you get into it now and you start buying things like XRP, and I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you how to suck eggs here. Anyway, I'm going to read poetry. All right. So Gherkin. Better not read. Better not read that one. Woo! That's a bit rude. I'm going to leave that one. Anyway, let's get back to loving Nimbin. Like, what is the value of a tree? $193,000. Like this, actually, scientists worked this out allegedly, about 10, 15 years ago. Can't you see? Plant one seed and help it grow, 1 million seeds, and green forests grow. I planted 4 1,000,000 seeds outside my door. A forest grew from all the seeds I threw onto the blue house floor. The forest is a special place. With fruit for you and me. Let's eat fruit together and then we'll plant the seeds. Makes sense, doesn't it? What value is a teacher from all the seeds he threw onto the dirt, the blue house floor that grew and grew and grew? And each of us are seeds and supplanters too. Let's plant the seeds together and keep the blue house blue. What's the blue house? The earth, of course. Oh yeah, so part of my background before I was an English ESL teacher and I was an environmental scientist and I also had a forestry nursery with my dad and we grew heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of trees, and if you're driving in through Blue Knob into Nimbin you might see some on the right hand side, some up through to past Tawantin, around, so there was lots and lots of trees me and my dad grew. All right, well, it was the year of the cock up in 2017. A rooster. And this year is going to be a year of the dragon. Crowing. Today's message came from the black crow, and this was my birthday, that was just written. Crow spoke to me and said, listen to the birds. He spoke to me and he said, this is what I heard when all the birds sing in harmony, rainbow sounds in song, dreaming all together, singing all day long, flying high in freedom when we sing our rainbow song, an orchestra of freedom, common dreams in song. Crow said, I may be loud and be sharp inside your ear, but other birds sing be flout, a symphony you hear. Black Crow said he had to laugh, hark, 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 hark. White cockatoo joined in too with a great big squawk. The rainbow lorikeet harmonies all began to sing, the birds, the insects and the frogs make my ears ring. So listen to the birds singing, flying high there, sing their messages to you, they love the earth, that's why. Crow sang his song and flew away, I listened to the rainbows say, be like birds, fly high and be like an eagle soaring free. Sing together a colourful song when all the birds get along in love and peace and harmony. Each has a gift for you and me. Yeah, and that's based on a story told to me by Lewis Walker, Wajibul man, about how all the birds, you know, they all were the same, right? And they all had the same language and they all looked the same. But the crow was much, much, much more clever, right? Anyway, the gist of the story is that the crow, like, he was too clever, so the rainbow serpent gave all of the birds different beautiful coats, but burnt the crow and made the crow, get a croaky voice like from the smoke. But the reason for all the different voices and the colours, that when the birds were all sent out in their different directions, and they all had different voices, and each of them had a part of the story, so that when they all come together and they sit around in a circle, you've got the complete story. But it's got to be everyone sitting around in a circle together. Yeah, and so you've got the whole symphony when you've got all the birds singing together. So the rainbow harmonies. All right, well, look, as well as the love in Nimbin, I had, well, here we go. Love has wings that make you fly to a loving understanding of the humility of I. Love is unconditional. Love does not equal approval. Love does not equal disapproval. I can love you and approve of your actions because they're loving actions. I can love you and disapprove of your actions because they're harmful. If I approve or disapprove of you, that is a judgment of conditional love. If I approve or disapprove of your action, that is a judgment of unconditional love. If I approve or disapprove of you, that is a judgment of conditional love. If I approve or disapprove of your actions, that is a judgment of unconditional love for you, because I only want for you to reach your highest potential as that's what you want to. So yeah, that was written on the 21st of February, 2017. Love has wings. All right. I'm going to move on now to the other book that I published in 2017, Lust in Nimbin, of the two books. I'm just going to randomly open it up at some page somewhere. An Oasis. Well, this one's also available in there, and it's been previously edited, so it's certainly not the one it used to be. This was written about, there was a cafe that used to be in Nimbin called The Oasis, but not really about that. Nicobate, stopped smoking aid, chewed cocaine, sugar, lemonade. A can of Coke adds life. Maybe. Smoking harms your unborn baby. Coffee injected in a vein. Ancient scissors. I feel no pain. I haven't had a hangover since stopping alcohol. Mushrooms down the rabbit hole. MDMA, pingers, ecstasy, a giant Shiva cannabis tree, oil, hash, cookies and more. Oh, it's amazing what you can score. LSD once, twice, thrice. And you should never touch the ice. Bliss balls, hemp balls, chai and more. But friends is the best thing that you can score in any oasis. Friends. Labels. Labels causing separation. Male, female, they, them, frustration. Eshe, bogan, hippie, black, or white. Separation is not right. You could call me a hippie or you could call me a man. Judgmental is what you am. I'm a blank page and that's all you know. Call me names and judgment you show. Don't call me a hippie or businessman. A human being is what I am. Your labels just cause separation. I write this for your information. Christian, Muslim, Rasta, Jew, all one God. What's up with you? Separation, causing wars, building separation walls. You want to know my ancestry? I'm Humalian. Can't you see? 200,000 years or more. The Earth's our breeding ground for sure. Labels all cause separation. So, what to do with this information? Suspend your judgment is for sure. Label others nevermore. There is one constant that I keep seeing. We're all just humans being. Boom! The fun police. They came in like bullies in dark blue pants. They pulled the plug out of the ants. The fun police came and stopped the fun. The night was young for everyone. A DJ was playing in the park, some people dancing after dark. There's no price, no entry fee. There's no council commission fee. The fun police and boys in blue stopped the music, the dancing too. There's no freedom in that state. Fun police just hate the happy people having fun. Fun police are bullies, son. They came like bullies. They pulled the plug from the ants. The fun police were in blue pants. They were just people having fun. It was dark at night. There was no sun. Just people dancing in the park, just laughing, singing after dark. The fun policeman said, no way, you can dance or be gay. You see, the fun police were bullied too. When they were little kids like you, but now they haven't gotten over their bullying days aren't over. The fun police who stop the music. Fun police, they're abusive. All the powers that they have. You see, the fun police are so mad, the law takes away our powers. Fun police say it's dark and after hours. You've no DA from the council, no permission in the park. We're going to have to cancel this fun and happy dance in the park of happy hippies after dark. There's more to that, but I can't be bothered reading it. There's enough said. Enough said. Enough said. Now the other one that I'm about to read for you guys, not the end of the Blu-rays, but Buffy. The hungry vampires were fed, and Buffy went off ahead. The banishing had begun, the bloodlust of the vampires in the setting of the sun. At night, the vampires cast their spell, enslaved their souls, and made like hell, but Buffy said, go ahead and make my day! We'll shine our light in vampire slay! When the vibration of thunder roars, the lizards awake and move about. The moon is full in the sky, and there are lightning storms about. Boom! Boom. The snakes are all hiding, and the bats fly about. Buffy's going psycho, killing, taking vampires out. Yeah, Buffy. Buffy the sequel. So, boom, one, boom. Hey, you want to see me pull these out of this? I have got Arthur as a middle name, you know. Ha! Like King Arthur, you know. Yeah, righto, whatever. Buffy the sequel. When the night is dark and there's no moon out, Buffy slays the vampires in the moonlight walkabout. The trolls are never sleeping, Buffy's had enough. crushing trolls' heads with her hands. Buffy's freaking tough. Buffy goes to town. The monsters all freak out. The zombies run in fear where Buffy is about. The predators are freaking. Buffy's on a tour de force. She appears from in the dark, smashing vampires' heads, of course. When Buffy is out slaying, vampires do the math. They stay inside their coffins, safe from Buffy's psychopath. The vampires are all bleeding. Buffy had a time. Ripped out hearts with her hands. Buffy's feeling fine. When the night is dark, when Buffy is about, the vampires run and scatter, the werewolves all freak out, the monsters are defeated and Buffy goes to bed. She dreams of vampires slaying. It's all that's in her head. Buffy is a-smiling. The vampires all freak out, slaying filthy vampires on a moonlit walkabout. The hungry vampires were fed, but Buffy went off her head. Ah! She ripped out fangs and tongues. The banishing had begun. Like that one? Boom. Yeah. World problems. Broken a fingernail. Stained my white shirt. Cracked my new smartphone screen. Oh, my feelings are hurt. Run out of cling wrap. Oh, I lost the keys to my Porsche. Oh, there's no milk in the fridge. First world problems, of course. Haven't eaten all day. Walked 3 kilometres carrying water. Gun to your head. While militias rape your daughter. Working the streets. Militias use force. Murdered your husband. Third world problems, of course. Beaten down by a system. Incarcerated. Youth suicide high. Stolen land, stolen rights and wages. Lifestyle diseases. Systems of failure. 21st century Australia. Aboriginal Australia. End all the racism. Tear down the border walls. Equality and justice. Fairness for all. It's time we shared, stop thinking about self, help each other out and shared commonwealth. Representative democracy is definitely not free. It's a system dividing you, them and me. Capitalist economies is kind of soft slavery, but the more that you buy, the less you're free. Why is a Bangladeshi paid less over there? Borders, exploitation, it's all very unfair. A cleaner cleans toilets and keeps us healthy, while bankers destroy for money and greed. Maybe not all great, I don't know. Politicians build walls protecting a nation. But walls divide and increase separation. Patriots believe government lies, nationalism is a kind of racism. It's fascism in disguise. As a solution, it's a fair call, end separation, tear down border walls. Be free to move about, live peacefully on earth, end money. Maybe, maybe not. An ownership? Maybe not. A humanist rebirth? about oligarchic governments? Stop them this hour. They're criminals. We do not consent to corruption in power. We do not consent to be pawns of a war. Sadistic pedophiles and make children whores. Pinkish or brownish, fair-skinned or tan. Under our robes, we're all just human. We all want to love, to be well here on earth, live peacefully together just like flocks of birds. But it starts at the top and the bottom, but mostly at the top. Them in the Porsche, you know, broken nails, stained shirt, you with the first world problems, of course. And those who always think that they know what is right, educated by a system that taught you what's right. Chip the gold tooth, blonde, comb over hair, greedy and selfish, poor people just spare. Sunburnt from the grind, digging holes all day. Skin covered with fake orange tan spray. I don't know, I've really rethought my political and economic opinions over the last 5 years, and I would rewrite that. If we need, maybe I actually might rewrite it for the next volume of the book when I publish the next one. All right, what do we got? What do we got for you? Well, I better move on, hey. Let's give you a new poem. Oh, look, I wanted to... Judgment, respect. Hey, jump over here. We've got to pick them up as I go. The baby hyena. Boo-hoo, I don't know what to do. My mum has been turned into a giant lion poo. I wish that lion was dead, the baby hyena said. My dad is quite absurd. He's changed into a lion turd. There's no laughing to be heard. I'm giving you my word, that lion will soon be dead, the baby hyena said. Oh, what should I think of it? My brother's now a lion shit swallowed down in just one hit. My sister's also now a lion shit. Oh, I bite off that lion's head, the baby hyena said. She jumped onto the lion, said, do you feel like dying? I used to feel like crying, now I'm tearing foreign strips off lion. I just bit a lion's head. The baby hyena said, I've had enough of it. You turned my family into lion shit. She ripped and bit. You'll soon be hyena shit. All my family is dead, the baby hyena said. Lion, you're going down, and soon you're gonna be hyena brown. As she swallowed bits of lion down, the lion gave a final frown and said, I'll soon be dead. Hyena jaws clenched around my head. Well, that was the end of it. Lion's now hyena shit. Because I ripped and bit and ate every little bit of it. The lion is now dead, the baby hyena said. Yep. So, boom. Don't mess with baby hyenas. Don't eat their mum and dad. All right. Oh, well, since I've got a poem which was just full of shit, I might as well have another one which has got the same profanity in it. Time is like a trip to the toilet. This was given to me as a prompt, actually. I asked people out there in Facebook land or whatever, YouTube land, give me a poetry prompt. Look, I tell you what, if you're watching this now, in the comments below, give me a poetry prompt and I will write you a personal poem to that poetry prompt that you put in the comments below. Wow. You'll get your own poem written by Thundercloud. Boom! Yeah, I managed to catch the book between my legs. All right. Time is like a trip to the toilet. A long line to wait will spoil it. Or you might walk straight in and find an overflowing bin. Hasn't been cleaned for a while sometimes, and toilets are vile. Some visits are very quick. Other times will make you sick. Then at times you'll feel queer, spraying vile diarrhea, vomiting and on your knees, or on time and clean like Japanese toilets. With technology, you know, they warm your bum as you pee. Sit and happily contemplate, check the time. Oh shit, I'm late. In the meantime, this toilet is out of service. In the meantime, you're free to use the toilet on the 10th floor. Oh, the lift's not working. Too bad. All right, we're done. Love in Nimbin, last in Nimbin. We've done the flea and the dinosaur. What else have we got? We finished with Lionel Richie. Ooh, my next book that I published there in 2020 was Poetry to End Prohibition, the 420 edition. So you're part of my story. When I did arrive in Nimbin in 2020, in 2017, I went there for the Mardi Gras in May, and a young fella that I met, Daniel Walmsley, was we had a good connection there because we liked the same things, and we met, and he was only 26, and about 6 weeks after I arrived, I woke up early on a Saturday morning, about 6 o'clock, and went for my morning run, jogged into Nimbin, and then I saw Daniel OD'd on the concrete in the middle of the main street. So I jumped down and tried to resuscitate him. He didn't come back to life. He'd been dead for a while. I then stayed in him, and I had a restaurant with my partner Rose. And I saw a lot of stuff happen. And this poem's dedicated to the memory of Daniel and the victims of the war on drugs and prohibition, and this whole book is dedicated to Daniel, really. It started on a cold Friday at the drumming circle, dance and play. All the families gathered around, barefoot on the cold, hard ground. Drummers drumming, having fun, stomping feet. Down goes the sun. Fires burning in the park, shooting stars and burning sparks. Rhythmic hands all beat it out. The drumming circle dance about. Nimbin on a Friday night, drum and dance by firelight. They bring their drums out to the street where dancing feet move to the beat. Dreadlock smokes it clean and dreamy green. He beats his drum, blue drum, with the team. Down by the fire at the oasis, there's lots of friendly and friends and friendly faces. Here, try this hit, it won't hurt you. He overdoses, starts to spew, starts the walk to hospital. Oh, Modine, he starts to call. Falls down to the cold, hard ground. In his vomit, starts to drown. Nurse and passers by or thump on his heart, they start to pump. Call an ambulance, they cry. Daniel, Daniel, please don't die. CPR. people start giving breath pumping up, police and ambulance arrive. For 45 minutes we all try. Sun comes up on a cold Saturday. Daniel's soul flies away, leaving behind broken hearts, drawings and paintings of Daniel's arts, overdosed on cold concrete, laying dead with cold bare feet. His heart stopped and just shut down, lying on the cold hard ground. End Prohibition right now today, harm minimisation saves lives, we say. His life might be a memory, but let's end prohibition for people's safety. There's an afterword here. My belief is that the day where all prohibition of all drugs is near and harm minimisation will become normal. It's only by standing in our power and educating those that do not understand the consequences and the social damage done by prohibition that we can bring about the change required. All right, so I suppose out of that came the poem that I wrote for the tawny frogmouth on prohibition. Well, this puts it in a nutshell, really. Tawny frogmouth came to me late one night. It was early in the morning and it spoke very quiet. Us tawny frogmouths, the spirits of the dead, who died from overdoses and systemic violence, he said. I have something important to say, and this is my position. Humans will not be free until you end prohibition. I'm a tawny frogmouth and I see your frustration with the punitive justice drug war of incarceration. Thousands of non-criminal users each year locked and jailed, but violent crime rates have fallen. The drug war has failed. 80% of the justice system's wasted each year. Locking up people for flowers and herbs, you're queer. It's obvious to me prohibition's failed when you can harm minimise and empty most of the jails. Make access to safe herbs and drugs a right, save billions of taxpayers' dollars overnight. Police could focus on corruption and violent crime. Harm minimisation means there'd be less people dying. Harm minimisation means you support safe herb users, education and rehabilitate the hard poison drug abusers, less overdoses and violent crime gangs fade away when you grow herbs freely at home and juice cannabis each day. It's obvious to me that you must end prohibition. Call all your politicians today, it's your mission, and explain all the benefits of ending the war on the women, children, sick, elderly, coloured and poor. I've come to visit you early in the morning because you're the one who'll sound the warning. We wise tawny frogmouths think you humans are very strange. You seem so conservative and reluctant to embrace change. Mothers are in jail, nanas are in there too, all because of the herbal cannabis they grew. Prohibition's an attack on human rights. Such an injustice, I can't sleep at night. When prohibition exists, people live in fear of truth and being caught in prison for a year. Please reconsider your perspective on prohibition of drugs, free the plants and herbs and undercut the thugs. When you end prohibition, there'll be a reduction in crime. With harm minimisation, there'll be less parents crying. You'll end prohibition, billions of dollars will be saved, less cops, prisons, lawyers, deaths, more health and happiness every day. I haven't nearly finished. I'd love to go to sleep, but I find it very difficult. for often weep. For the victims of the drug war, those overdosed and dead brothers, sisters, children's death from cop kicks to their head. But now I want to talk about how women are being imprisoned throughout the world, increasingly putting sisters inside, victims of a system, and the men that deride. The women that speak up and tell all the truth about sex offenders and sexual abuse. A misogynist system of women incarcerated, while abusive men walk free and women left frustrated, assaulted by judges, John's police. Women made homeless to sleep on the streets, with a back to the wall and one eye half open for fear of being robbed, raped or groping. Hasn't slept well, she's psychotic, insane, chemically restrained, injected, sectioned again. I want voluntary admission to the psych ward, she cries, injected and pushed back into the streets to meet KPIs. Back in the street, she screams and rants in the back of a police car, hand down her pants in the cell of a watch house. Cycle starts again, raped by judges and police. She questions if she's sane. In a cycle that sees so many lives lost, the prison industrial complex has a high social cost. To get it, it's enough. The punitive justice system's unjust. Abused in a system and have to prostitute themselves, intravenous diseases, STDs, mental health. I know you agree now is the time. For my message to you, people are dying from prohibition and being in prison while violent crime falls, incarceration's risen. And in 20 years, has doubled in Australia, where the punitive justice systems are failing. Female prison populations doubled in less than 18 years. I'm feeling troubled. From 7 to 14% of the population. I provide these figures for your information. It's time we reduced incarceration. Restorative justice will end this frustration, and prisons must all be deprivatised. No more making laws to meet KPIs. Most of the prison population's non-violent for prohibition or fraud of money misspent, non-violent crimes and illiteracy. 90% of the prison population should be free. In the last 5 years, an increase of 30%. While violent crime is falling, your system's bent. It criminalises the socially vulnerable, sick, women, black, coloured, poor. And there's a much better way for you to restore the broken and traumatised locked up inside with caring assistance, forgiveness applied to the injustice system that people don't trust, to make it compassionate and truly just, and simplify laws to eliminate state harm, of forceful imprisonment and police twisting your arm. You can make a system that has love and heart. First, ending prohibition will be a wonderful start. And the money saved from excess police and jails put to help minimise abuse, because the drug war has failed to rehabilitate and help those prisoned inside so that when they're free, they're successful in their lives. The wise tawny Hamat Frogmouth hooted. The words he spoke were true. I'm a tawny frogmouth, and this is what you need to do. When you end all prohibition, then everything will be all right. And maybe then I'll get some sleep at night. And he flew away. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's from Poetry to End Prohibition, also available on Amazon. Yeah. Yeah, I do occasionally write epitaphs for people who pass away. If anyone wants an epitaph, sure, I can write one for you or your deceased loved one. This one here was written for a friend of mine, Ray Martin, his name was, but not Ray Martin, the TV personality. This is Ray Martin, the man from Guyra. When I first arrived in Guyra, I met Ray and I had a lot of lovely chats with him and his friend Thelma before he passed away. One day I went for a walk and I was down just after he passed away and there was this clouds, and then the sun came through these clouds and it was like the shape of a love heart. And I took this photograph here. You can see the love heart down here. And then, well, the ray of light came through that, and I just was inspired to write this. And it's called The Unexpected Visitor. I was like to write just after I found out he passed. That's funny. I received an unexpected visitor today. The spirit of a man who recently passed away. He loved country music and his name was Ray, and these were the words that he had to say. Death isn't where the living ends, my soul's just fine, please tell my friends. Rivers flow to the sea around many bends and come from the rains that the cloud sends. From between the clouds broke a ray of sunshine, saying, life, change and death transforms the divine. Do what you love and don't always toe the line. When the rains pass, the weather becomes fine. The next thing I heard was a message for me. Love comes from within, costs nothing, is free. Past and future are memories in the moment. Just be. And flow like that river going down to the sea. Water runs in the gutters and flows down the street. The trees in the pasture think rain is a treat, growing peaches and cherries, juicy and sweet. Rain provides water and grows things to eat. Ducks in the lagoon open wings and fly like souls of the past away after they die, saying, celebrate life. Smile, laugh and don't cry after the rain falls. There are times that it's dry. Never give up and keep on down the track. Life is a roller coaster and I'll be coming back. Wheels on the rails, clickety-clack, click-clack. The sun still shines above clouds that are black. This was the message from a passed away friend. As the earth spins, the day and night never ends. Sun rays travel straight lines and do not bend. Cry like the rain falling, and from loss we mend. The clouds closed and the sun ray went away. This was the last message that he had to say. Live with love in each moment of every day. Dance, sing and laugh in this theatre of life that's a play. That was great advice from Ray. I feel like when I get some of these poems, I'm like channeling these people. Djanbung's Peaceful Protest in Nimbin, that's DJANBUNG', Djanbung. It means platypus in Bundjalung language. All right, random. Oh, here we go. Open to a random page. Since it's about me, I wouldn't be me without my mum. Even trolls have a mum. And thunderclouds too. This was happy birthday to my mum. You made me possible. Thank you, Mum. Happy birthday to my mum. Lots of love to you from your only son. You showed me forest and love and forest and trees, how to live healthy, honest and free, nurturance, gratitude, acceptance and more, to celebrate all that exists and much more. Walk humble and boldly with courage and care, listen with my heart, fill my lungs with fresh air. Thank you, my mum, for you to be there in our hearts and our memories. Thanks for the care. Happy birthday, my mum. Happy birthday to you from all of the humans who live in the zoo. Let a rainbow of flowers shower from the air in celebration of your birthday and your colourful hair. Yeah, that's my mum. Your rainbow fingernails are like lioness claws. I think it's time that I took a pause before I say something silly like, do elephants pray? Instead of happy birthday like I'm supposed to say. Well, do elephants pray? My mum can answer that. She'll look it up on Google while we're doing Facebook chat. Happy birthday, Mum. Thanks for the call. Have a beautiful birthday, Mum. I hope you have a ball. Well, yeah, okay. I don't need to say much more about that. That was for my mum, because I love her. And then, what else have we got? Did you know that, like, some moons in our solar system have moons that orbit them? So, moon. What do you call a moon that orbits a moon? A moon. Did you hear about the cow that jumped over the moon? The dish ran away with the spoon. Boom. Okay. The rock. Going around on a rock about the sun, spinning on the earth, flying in space is fun. What are you doing? Where's your directive? We live on a big rock, it's one big collective. Why fight and get angry? We should all be friends. A life on a rock and then your life ends. Travelling through space on a rock all together, it's all about perspective. Let's all work together, because flying through space on a rock should be fun as the moon spins around us and we spin around the sun on a far distant arm of the Milky Way galaxy, enjoying my life in the shade of a tree, dancing, laughing with friends, loving together on a rock about the sun in peace and love and health forever. Sounds like a plan, man. Like a good plan. Like, let's enjoy life on a rock on the sun. All right. Freak of the week, you can have a peek for 50 cents a minute. I've got a piercing in my tongue with half a ship in it. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. I'm the bearded strong man. I can lift a half a ton with my testicles and drop it with a slam. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek, roll up and see the show. See me swallow swords and a cock and then I'll regurgitate them though. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek, step up right this way, I'll eat a whole live elephant and poo it out today. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek, the show goes for an hour, you can see me jump into a pool of jelly from a 30 foot high tower. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek, entrance is for free if you bring your own mug and it is filled with monkey pee. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. I'm in town for just one show. As an extra oded bonus, you will see my extra toe. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek, and don't you miss the boat. I'll balance on a razor blade while swallowing a goat. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. Take photographs with me, with a monkey on my testicles while I do a pee. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. I'll swing high in the air, juggling a rack while a snake slides through my hair. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. You have to see me now. I'll spit fire while I juggle a chainsaw pig and a flying cow. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. I'm sure you'll be amazed. All of the above and more I'll do while standing there unfazed. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. You don't want to miss out. You wouldn't want to be the one the freak show didn't freak out. I'm freak of the week, you can have a peek. Good times are here to see. I'm the freaky freak show. Take a freaky peek at me. I'm Freak of the Week. You can have a peek inside a poet's mind as images are created through meter, rhyme and rhythm and rhyme. Yeah, there you go. Which week? Well, I haven't decided. Let's just say every week. Hugs. Better than drugs, definitely. Hugs. Say I care. Hugs. Everyone deserves a hug. Hug like a bear. Hug to show you're happy. Hug to greet a friend. Hug to show compassion. Just hug. The end. Yeah. The notice board of dreams. This is a cracker. Now, one thing about Nimbin is everyone's got a money-making scheme, right? And I recommend everyone get a money-making scheme, because you can only earn so much in an hour, but you can earn so much, make money. And everyone has a money-making scheme, and they put their notice things up. And one of the things that I saw was a fellow who, Michael Bull, Leaf Van Amsterdam, had put a poster up advertising his first poetry book. He's now published, I think, 6 since then. He's going really well. So check him out, Leaf Van Amsterdam, Michael Bull, his poetry. Look him up on Facebook and send him a message. Or call me. I've got some of his books, but anyway. The Notice Board of Dreams, it inspired me to actually publish some of my books, and here I am. Now, not only have I published books, I run the Poetry Hall of Fame, and here I am. I'm got a big money-making scheme, but let's go. The Notice Board of Dreams. Here in the street of where we make dreams, not lonely and lost with direction it seems. 22 million to be won. Super Draw Saturday, 23 million with a mega jackpot play. Wolfers are wanted to clean up my land. Pulling Lantana to give me a hand. Tuntable bush dance happening next week. Waters are running down in the creek. Caravan for sale if you want a home. Barry's mowing service. Brush cutting and mowing. Foraging and survival skills taught at Rewild. Learn a skill set for an outdoor wild child. Awakening Woman free workshop one day. Tristan the tradie, odd jobs any day. Forest Temple Share House, practice meditation. Do you know your true purpose? And a missing Alsatian. Hula hoop dance for beginners. Fit, fun, fantastic. Nimbin Youth Film Festival. Make a film like Jurassic. 2 sister milking goats are up for sale. Betwixt and between Hanging Rock Hall, Wadeville. Kinesiology, massage, flower essences too. Federal Park Party, stalls and artisan food. Nexus Secret History of Australia Conference at Mullumbimby. Acupuncture, Earth Dragon Chinese Therapy. I'd like to have a house swap for a couple of weeks. I've a 2-bedroom house in Byron at Sunrise Beach. Please don't use 1080 baits on your land. 4 Canadian backpackers willing to lend a hand. Let's get physical comedy at the town hall. Hillary's cleaning service. Attention to all. At the Bush Theatre, the fun never ends. Medical cannabis workshop this weekend. Art in the park, weather permitting. Friday. Queer karaoke. You don't have to be gay. Diana Anaid leaving town soon. Birth and Beyond Community Room. Nimbin Family Playgroup Tuesday and Friday. Come celebrate the 20th annual Big Scrub Rainforest Day. Naya will make you feel alive. Hatha Vinyasa Yoga starts at 5. Osteopathy Reiki at the inner sanctum. Dreadlocks fixed naturally. I'll reskin your drum. Cleaner available. Please call Joanne. Leaving Australia, selling my high-ace van. Island Vibe Festival 2018. Giuseppe's signing, Nimbin Hills Magazine. Earth Building Workshop, build your home on your land. Online herbalist to give you a hand. Mugwort is wanted, inquire within. Weave and Mend Festival, learn to weave and spin. Penelope Prana, morning sun salutations. Untangle with swift, affordable, custom meditation. Coming up soon, Blue Moon Cabaret, Blue Cat Swing, Golan Hotel, Saturday. Chihuahua, Shih Tzu, microchipped, vaccination. Come join our family's memorial celebration. Here in the streets of where we make dreams, entrepreneurs with new direction it seems. Freedom of choice. Everyone is free to eat whatever they please. Some choose vegan life and some eat meat and cheese. Ultimately, the choice is yours and what goes into you. Living plants or rotten meat, runny or stinky hard poo. You could eat a kangaroo, some Japanese eat whale, but there's life and no violence in beetroot juice with kale. You're free to eat what you want. You're free and you decide. Living fruits and nuts, or meat that's killed with hide. Diet Coke and cornflakes, gelatin, camel meat pies. Cheeseburgers that will never rot, dextrose with your Macca's fries, or lettuce from the garden, tomatoes, corn and beet. Fruit and nuts and vegetables, garden food, not meat. Everyone's free to consume whatever they please. Some are hyper vegan, some eat meat and cheese. What goes in your mouth comes out your bum. Your food choices will determine how long your life will run. To keep my body healthy and feel good to be alive. Discernment is what's needed to make me well and thrive. So some of these things I've just so forgotten. They've been so long. I've written so many poems that I just forget. Like I've got a whole lot of tongue twisters here. F1. Frustrated freaks friends forget fried fish for Friday. Cloistered crazies catch cool creepy chickens. Plastered plonkers, Porsches, play poor pink piccolos. Lunatics, light long logs left lying lightly loose. Groaning garroted grandpas get great green goggle-gutted girls goofy golf games. Silly stupid Shetland shore seashells show some salubrious signs to savagely. Tijuana teachers try two terrifying tricks to teach technical toss tracking to terrapins today. Whew, nearly ran out of breath then. All right. Yeah. Wow. Well, I've still got some more for you. Definitely got more poems for you. In fact, right here inside my iPad, I've got screenshots for the last 4 years here in Gaira on my iPad of all my photos of different poems that I've done where I've like screenshotted them and whatever. And so I've just got to find it exactly in the photo section. allow. And I'm going to go back in the years. I'm going to go way back to 2020. Here we go, 2020. Maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can't even find my screenshots. There you go. How about that? All photos. There we go. Here we are. Time may not exist. Give me the time, and I insist that you've given me nothing. There you go. Now, respinning the man from Nantucket. A man from Nantucket caught 6 fish with a bucket, a donkey, an emu and a hen. But he knocked over his bucket and then he said, I kicked, I'll have to catch them again. The man from Nantucket caught a donkey in a bucket and wrote on the ass with a pen, I'm a donkey in a bucket. And then the man from Nantucket caught an emu, 6 fish and a hen. The man from Nantucket said to his wife, can you suck it? And don't bite that lollipop again. Then the man from his Nantucket gave his wife from Nantucket a donkey, an emu, 6 fish and a hen. The man had a bucket and he was from Nantucket. His wife cooked 6 fish and a hen. Then the man from Nantucket grabbed the emu, tried to chuck it, and the donkey ran away again. Well, the man said, fuck it, my donkey from Nantucket has escaped, but not the fish or hen. The emu tried to luck it, kicked the man from Nantucket and ran off with the donkey again. An emu from Nantucket and a donkey tried to truck it, hitchhiked across the country as friends. They took with them a bucket they'd stolen from Nantucket, and this is where the story ends. Yeah. Okay, so that was written in 2022. Let's go back to somewhere random, like 5 little monkeys, each ate a loaf of bread. They all got diabetes and are now dead. The father gave a eulogy, and this is what he said. Monkeys should eat bananas and not bread. 4 big piglets ate a lot of junk food. They were sold by the butcher, then stewed. Didn't taste delicious, but were crude because the 4 big piglets ate a lot of junk food. 3 kangaroos jumped around a lot, jumping in the summer when the sun weather's hot. They were lean and fit, and this is what they got as kangaroos jumping up and down a lot. 2 pink galahs flew across the sky, landed on the top of a gum tree so high the sun was setting and they began to fly. Pink grey galahs fly on a red, golden, orange sky. 1 gum tree alone standing in the field said to the wind, I won't bend or yield. Long silver grey strips of bark peeled from 1 gum tree standing alone in a field. Well, there you go. Who knew where that was going to go, eh? Data. This is true. The new oil. It is. Data is the new oil. In fact, Larry Fink from BlackRock said, I think it was, said Bitcoin is the new gold. No, I think XRP is going to be tied to gold actually, but that's another thing. Data is the new oil. We're going to sequence every living thing on Earth. We're going to sequence everybody in the world. Are you being robbed? Are you missing out? Are you being paid vapor trails in the ether? Location tracking, date and time stamp, tracked by Apple, tracked by an Android, ones and zeros obscuring dollar signs. Facebook builds a history of pop-up advertising, cross-reference credit history, income statements and location, providing a seamless experience in the metaverse. Data, privacy and consent. There's a lot of money in your data. Fitbit, heart race, the price of free. Your personal data is an asset to you or Google, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, and whatever government or corporation decide to harvest it. Your data, your oil, your energy. We're living in a time when big companies want to exploit the information we've given them for free. Market value per user. The privacy crisis, accept cookies, software and big data, the Internet of Things, the Internet of Value, terms and conditions, accept. And yeah, so there you go. So there you go. Hey. Bob, the lawn mower from Bega, didn't like to lose. And every time that he'd lose, Bob would hit the booze. Then he'd stagger up and he'd stagger down the streets of whatever bowling tournament town. That's it. I don't even know if there's a lawn bowler called Bob. I really don't. Colourful minds. The ever-changing colours of an artist's mind appreciate the spring, summer, autumn and winter time. Vibrations, left and right, rhythm and poetry, the patterns expressed in art and written polarity. Rhythm. Let's start this one again. Colourful minds. The ever-changing colours of an artist's mind appreciate the spring, summer, autumn, winter time. Vibrations left and right, rhythm and polarity, the patterns expressed in art and written poetry. Winds are blowing, rain, sleet and snowing, summer and spring nearing is a universal knowing. Rhythm of the seasons, spinning of the earth, after life and death inevitably comes a new rebirth. Nothing stays the same, every day brings change. If every day were the same, this would appear strange. Cerise, umber, ochre, forest green and azure, mauve, hot pink and violet, no colour is pure. Different shades of rainbow in an artist's mind, expressed artistic form of colours divine, sublime, with a little twist of perspective just to see, made to inspire others through art, love and poetry. Yeah. What about this one? Whoa, this one sounds like this could be fun. Except I don't have the full poem there, so I can't even read it to you. I think that a unicorn is my favourite animal, although I've never seen one. No matter how far or wide I'll search, or no matter how far I jump or how fast I run. I've looked high and low, mountains, valleys, but I've never seen a unicorn in a zoo or in the wild, no matter how far that I've been. That's true. Just one was a human who did what was morally right and fair. It never shaved its face and never cut its hair. He would wake early in the morning and meditate in the sun, have a bath, eat a banana, and its name was Just One. Just one lived alone in a hut on a mountain and would dance. Just one would sing songs to the insects, someday would wear no pants. It had no obligations and would go swimming just for fun. It loved peaceful, joyous life, and its name was Just One. Oh, wow, I think I've found what I wanted to do. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Scar, wow. Yes, it's a crisis of spirituality. He sat upon a mountain. People thought he was cracked. How could the mountain compensate for what he lacked? For 40 days and nights plus 40 years and 4, he sat upon the mountain and watched the valley floor where the happy people lived, and they danced and played, painted, sung, wrote poetry, and enjoyed every moment of the day. He reflected on his life. Am I that enlightened, or am I scared of facing myself? Am I in fact quite frightened? I'll go down into the valley in just 4 more days. After 44 years and 44 days, I'm going to change my ways. I think I'll dance, write poetry, draw and paint, do art, become master of myself with love in my heart. Sitting on a mountain, I cannot get any gooder. Sitting here do nothing like a silent Buddha. I decided to be as multifaceted as a Shiva and not sit on a mountain like some kind of diva. There are many kinds of consciousness and many different ways in the present moment. Shiva dances, sings and plays. The mountain never compensated for what he never had, and when he left the mountain he was so very glad. And from that very mountain he did the things he loved, inspired by his heart and his love from above. Yeah. And I've got to find where I'm at. Now, he mastered everything from astral travelling to Zen. And with his final breath, he said, I'll be back again. And next life I won't spend 44 years on a mount. I'll make the most of my life, and I'll make every second count. And I won't need a teacher because I will self-master and not waste my time on a mountain. What a life disaster. Boom. Crisis of spirituality, that one's called. All right, well look, I am finished. I'm done. I got a croaky voice. I'm nearly out of peppermint tea, nearly out of water. I'm feeling hungry, and I'm sure my sky's feeling hungry too. So I'm out of here. Look, don't forget to check out the links below, because if you want to donate some Bitcoin or some Sats or some Solo or XRP or even some fiat currency via PayPal, all the links will be there, as well as the links to my books in the bio below. And I will see you tomorrow night here for Ali Road. That will be fantastic. And next week for Chillin Tuesday, boom, boom, boom. I'm Thundercloud practicing my booms. I got my boom, my instant swords. Yeah, love 3D printing. Cool. See you later. Boom. And before I go, make sure you've given me in the comments a poetry prompt, and I'll write you your own poem. All right, see you later. Boom. Rumble, rumble, rumble.